All right, I am joined by Jason Schenkel now and Caleb Warple with the Department of Veteran Services in Ottawa County. Guys, thanks so much for being here. We're talking about something really important that could help out a lot of folks, not just in your county, but across the state of Michigan. And this is this property tax exemption for veterans here in the state of Michigan. What is this? Kind of walk me through what we're talking about as far as a tax exemption.
Yeah, so a veteran who is 100% service-connected disability, who's been rated permanent and total, could be eligible for property tax exemption. Permanent and total actually is kind of unique. So that's basically saying the federal VA has rated them for life and that their condition is not going to improve.
Gotcha.
So you can be 100%, but it's different to be 100% and permanent and total.
Okay.
So that's just one way to qualify for tax exemption. The other way is to be individually unemployable. So basically the federal VA says that you're not able to hold a job due to your service-connected disability. We get the documentation for that as well, and that could help you qualify for tax exemption. And the other one is if you've had any adaptive housing. Any construction on the house to help you with your disability can also help you with tax exemption. So you take your VA paperwork that shows your benefits and that you qualify, you take it to your local tax assessor at the most townships, along with the form, the application, and then you get your tax exemption. So
very cool.
Typically the VA will send you your letter around November every year. And then you just fill out the application, take it to the tax assessor, and voila, there you go.
And I know in certain situations a spouse can qualify as well. Can you guys walk me through that?
Yeah, so any surviving spouse of a veteran that was qualified will keep the tax exemption as well until they're either remarry or the property sells. And when we're talking about property too, it is their primary residence. It's their homestead. The tax exemption is not for like rental properties or a second home, so it's for their primary residence. But the surviving spouse will continue to obtain the tax exemption even after their veteran has passed.
And I know you guys were, this is not a new program. It's not like this just started, but it's one that people don't often know about and isn't often taken advantage of. Obviously, this could be super helpful. Any kind of tax exemption can be so helpful. Why are you just hoping to spread the word about this so that more people know about it?
I mean, I think it's important that veterans are taking advantage of every single benefit that's available to them, and we're here to help. And I think that's the important part, is that they know that if they're having a hard time obtaining this paperwork or if they need assistance with it, we can do that legwork for them. And so it's just important that we educate about these benefits, even if they've been around for a long time. And what's unique to this particular benefit is the state of Michigan has now made it where you can apply one time. It's a one-time application, and you don't have to recertify on an annual basis.
That's really convenient.
So it's been a really nice, less paperwork, less hassle now for the veterans that do apply for the exemption.
Have you guys had any personal experience with folks who have applied for this and kind of had a reaction to having one less thing to pay for? Any kind of response from people who've taken advantage of this?
Yeah, we've dealt with a few lately, and we've had a couple of folks that we've actually helped obtain their permanent disability as well. Most folks will come in and have the 100% but not understand the permanent piece of the pie. So we'll sit down with them and counsel them on that. And if they do qualify, we'll help send their claim to the VA and hopefully get that done. We've had a few that missed some deadlines that weren't aware that they had to have the paperwork in at a certain time. So we've helped them, get in touch with the right folks at the state to make sure that they can, file a claim to go back, and get that taken care of. So we have had some folks that missed deadlines, but for the most part, once we have them educated, then they know how to get it done. And we help.
There you go. And I mean, especially for older folks, all the paperwork and knowing where to go and what to print out and where to bring it, can be daunting, and you guys are there to help. I know we have one graphic, guys, with their contact information, if we can push through that one in just a second. These were the forms you guys were talking about that we went through, and obviously you'll need supporting documentation, what have you. And then this is the number for you guys, an email address if you'd like to call, get more information. Anything else that I haven't asked about this that you just want people at home to know who may be like, oh, I didn't know about that? That fits, sounds like it fits my situation. Anything I've left out or anything else to explain?
Well, I think it's important too that, each county has a veteran service department.
Sure.
We all have accredited veteran service officers that are trained and accredited through the federal VA to file claims. So I think it's important to reach out to your county and to have that conversation and educate yourself on whether or not, that is a benefit that you are entitled to.
Yeah.
And circumstances change, so stay in contact, and if, state law changes and, sometimes we propose a new bill and more people are qualified than maybe 2, 3, 4 years ago.
Sure.
So stay in contact with the county veteran service offices to make sure you're in compliance and if you do qualify for more.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, I really appreciate you guys, coming in and talking about this. Like you said, this isn't new, but it's, probably not taken advantage of as much as it could be. So anyone that we can help out with, one less thing to pay for, or who doesn't want that, especially those who, of course, have given so much to our state of Michigan and our country as a whole. So thank you so much for being here, guys, and walking us through this.
One thing, too, is like people move in from out of state.
Sure,
and not every state's the same.
Right.
So knowing that.
Maybe you didn't know about it.
Yeah, Michigan does offer it, and maybe the state I came from didn't. So it's good for folks to know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you guys are with Ottawa County, but again, this is available to any county, even if you're not in Ottawa. Awesome. All right, guys, thanks so much for being here and walking us through this. We appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break, and then Colton will join me to talk about the